Hey, Drew, you killed this shit. Drew, you killed this shit.
What it do, world? It's your boy Hollywood Mike T, aka Multi-Man T, aka Hollywood Multi-Man T, aka Coach Drip, the drippiest of the drip, and you are here for another episode of In the Four Corners of Wrestling. Foes up, quads down, baby. Ooh wee, yes sir. And I'm here with my guys, but I'm the host with the most. If you did not know, this is a wrestling podcast for the wrestling fans by us for you. And this we just give our perspective from the wrestling, just wrestling, period. We don't talk about the dirt sheets. You know why? Because they dirty. Why would I talk about something dirty? You should clean it up first, then maybe I talk about it. But we don't talk about the dirt sheets. We don't talk about, you know, stuff that we see on the internet. We are a part of the IWC, but we are not. This podcast is not the IWC podcast. And I got my guy Jay Will coming from PG County. What it do, Jay Will?
What's good, Mike? Good to see you, PG County in the building.
Yes, sir. Good to see you as well. Good to see you as well. You know, speaking of PG County, you guys are like Sammy Loser Zane. When it comes to the big one, you lose. And guess who you lose to? The Mo. Anywho, King Mel from Brooklyn. Hey, man. Man, Jay-Z said, no more battling, man.
Hey, he said no more battling, but at the same time, don't forget to catch his tickets. That's what he said.
So, like, I want to know if he's gonna do takeover at that joint. Because if he does takeover at that joint, it's going because it's a blueprint. Isn't it? It's
reasonable doubt.
It's reasonable doubt and the blueprint.
Blueprint the next night.
So he has to do takeover.
Yeah.
Because takeover's on blueprint. So yeah, he's gonna be a hypocrite. And any of you that go to that concert, I don't want to hear anything you got to say. All right, about him, what he said. Either you agree with him. If you agree with him and you go to the concert, you're a hypocrite just like him. And if you don't go to the concert, you're probably like me that ain't got the money to go anyway. Because I ain't got the money to go, and I wasn't gonna go even if I did have the money. I will buy a ticket just to sell it.
Dog.
Double.
Me and my wife looked at the tickets. Whew.
See, Jay Will, I just realized what type of rap fan Jay Will is. Jay Will spend millions of dollars to go to a Jay-Z concert in Brooklyn or wherever that joint's in the Bronx at Yankee Stadium, but he would not spend $1 on Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. You guys doing good though? Both of y'all doing good?
Yep.
All right, man. Let's jump into some wrestling. Last week, I know you guys were probably that listened to us were probably like, "What was that?" And I'm gonna be honest with you. The views on it weren't that good either. I'm talking about the AEW Roundup. I don't know what's going on in there. I don't know. I watched it again this week. I saw John Moxley telling him, "Hey man," telling Will Ospreay, "Hey bruh, what did you think was about to happen? It's 6 of us." Like, like John Moxley just made a fan. He made a fan out of me. I haven't been the biggest John Moxley fan, but he made a big fan out of me for saying that. Like, that is one of the realest things you can say in wrestling, period. Hey, bro, it's 6 of us, bro. What did you thought? Like, what did you really think was about to happen? I don't know. Anywho, Kenny Omega told MJF, "Hey, bro, I might not got that much intestines, but I got more balls than you." That was a good line too. But let me ask King Mel before I get into you the roundup, just a quick. Did Kenny have a match before that happened?
After the MJF.
After that segment?
Yep.
So then why the hell did he have his shirt off?
Because he was going into the match after the segment.
Nah, he took it back. Anywho,
Listen, your
I tell
guess
you,
was as
AEW
good
does
as mine. When he came out there and he was already in his gear, I'm like, what the hell? First of all, we kicking off the show with the contract signing,
Lord have mercy.
but I
Which
get
I
it
mean,
now.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. But my problem is, and even if he has a match after it, which is it's weird because usually either the contract signings at the beginning of the beginning of the show, and then they fight, they brawl. We don't see them until the end of the show again, or we might not see them again. But to have a match after and coming out like you about to fight, which is like you doing a contract signing with your shirt off. Even Hogan and Warrior wore clothes during their contract signing. Like, come on, bro. Come on. King Mel, let me get your AEW roundup, man.
So let's start off in the beginning of Dynamite. We saw the return of the Ayatollah, Le Champion, Le Wizard,
Oh, could I forget that?
everything you want to call him in the book. He made his return to AEW, and it made sense. They was in Winnipeg, Canada, so it made sense for him to return there in Canada. Then we saw the contract signing MJF, Kenny Omega, and that's why Kenny Omega came out in his wrestling gear because it's your hometown. You gotta have a match. In AEW, you gotta have a match. No matter who it is, you just gotta have your match
You
and get
could
home.
not be cleared and still have a match in your hometown in AEW.
I thought it was a okay match at best. I did appreciate the interactions between Ricochet and Kenny. I thought that was the best parts of the match. Brody King and Jack Perry defeated the Gates of Agony. As you stated, Ospreay had a match against Pac, which was kind of like, all right, Pac came out first, then Ospreay came out, but somehow Pac snuck around through the crowd, came up from behind him,
Yeah,
it hit him. It's like, huh? Like, so nobody, never mind.
yeah. Nobody was in the crowd was saying nothing. I get you.
Now he was taking the shots at the neck. The thing that they was alluding to in the story of this match was Ospreay neck injury because he's just getting back. And those was the type of shots that Pac was doing all night. But Ospreay won because Pac went to his finisher, the submission finisher that Batista had that they used to call the Beast Bite, whatever. Ospreay countered that into a pin. 1, 2, 3, he won. And then Moxley and the Romper Stompers came out there and just whooped on him.
Yeah.
And then Moxley put the chair right there on his neck and let him know, like you said, the truth. What do you think was really going to happen? It's 6 of us, and it's 1 of you. Now, when he said that, I thought somebody was going to come out to the back. Nope. Next segment.
That's why I like this so much because nobody came out.
I'm like, damn, Orange Cassidy, you ain't going to come save your boy? All these people that's so-called Ricochet homies, Willow Spray homies, y'all ain't going to come save your boy?
No.
Nope. Next segment. Then we seen the Triangle of Madness versus the Brawling Brutes and Mina. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but okay. The Brawling Brutes got something there. The Triangle, Julia Hart, Sky Blue. You already know their chemistry is already good.
Right.
I think it was Delka in this match that was throwing me off. She was the one throwing me off, and I don't know why she is. She's the AEW Women's Champion. She shouldn't be.
That's why she's throwing you off.
But maybe she should have just never been a part of this match. And don't forget, you had Cope and Christian, because they ain't Edge and Christian no more. walking around with chairs trying to take out FTR. We saw Willow out there saying, hey, TBS title match going into Collision. I'm going to defend my title. I'm glad they always found a way to put her on the show. I'm glad they are. But in the main event, you had MJF and the most American thing he could do. He was out there, MJ American, for AEW because they was in Canada. What a smart way. He should have just came out like Lex Luger. Just give him the pyro and everything. He beats Mike Bailey in the main event of Dynamite. But to end Dynamite, they got to make Mike Bailey look good and Kenny look good because they in Canada. Now, let's talk about Collision.
Do we have to?
It starts off with Moxley defending his title against Bowens. That was an easy one for him. Then, God.
Bowen still wrestle?
Unfortunately. And oh my God. It was Nobody Got No Friends Ospreay coming to attack him after the match.
So Bowens wasn't there on Wednesday, I'm guessing.
Nope, he wasn't there on Dynamite. He made it to Collision the next night, I'll tell you that. You got the Don Kyler's family gets into a brawl. AEW Women's Tag Team match happened where Megan Bayne and Lena Cross retained the champions. Congratulations to those two women. I feel bad for Megan Bayne because when she came into the company, she should have been positioned to be either the TBS champion or the AEW Women's Champion. But at the time, Toni Storm was the Women's Champion, and we know Monet wasn't dropping that belt to nobody that looked like her. Let's be honest here.
Okay.
The Hurt Syndicate is here. I guess they back. They cleared. All for Black, one for all, whatever they call themselves. TBS champion open match. Willow Nightingale retain her champion against Sheeta. She made her return. FTR defended their champions against some lowlifes. Then, they probably got into an altercation with CNC Connection.
Damn.
And then Jamie Hayter, she won Stelka for the women's champion. I don't think she should do that. That's pretty much it of Collision. Like, Andrade, the Don Callis family defeated the Rascals. Yeah, all of this was starting to go downhill for me. I ain't even going to talk about the 8-man tag match. I was not interested in that. All of that just started going downhill, started blur for me. But yeah, AEW, this week, I could say, honestly, y'all had some solid points in y'all stories that is building up towards Dynasty, which is coming up next Sunday. So,
cool beans. Hey, J. Will, is it me or like AEW, like they'll announce like somebody has an injury, like they'll be like, such and such has a neck injury, and then when the person wrestling, whoever they wrestling will attack that neck, but then when they get hurt again, it's the same thing that they just was hurt before.
What is happening there?
I don't know. But let's move on, fellas. From one dangerous company to another dangerous man, and his name. I hear voices in my head, they come to me, they understand. I'm gonna breeze past Stephanie smacking Cody. Cause man, they got her going in the Hall of Fame, so she had to smack somebody. I didn't know. I didn't think it was gonna be Cody, but she came back. She smacked Cody, but Randy Orton has been revealed who he was talking to on the phone, and I don't think anybody had this in their bingo cards. That boy Pat McAfee, and then come out with a new attitude. Paul Heymanish. Jay Will. I was gonna ask you guys before, but I'm not gonna ask you this question, so you don't have to answer to this part. But before Pat McAfee got involved, I was gonna ask you. I was gonna come on here. I put it in my notes. They booed Cody, like booed Cody. Now, granted, they're in St. Louis. They were in St. Louis, but they booed Cody like bad. I was gonna ask you guys that they need to pivot, but they did pivot, and they brought in Pat McAfee. Do you think this was the right move?
I think it helps the story overall. I mean, as I look at it, I keep looking at the card overall, and I'm like, this is not a bad match. The story was not as tight as I would like it. Like it was like I can see where this is going, other than the fact that like they've always talked about their history with one another, and it's cool. But like, okay, cool, that's just it. I was like now, like they moved in a direction where I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit more interested in this now.
Okay. Um, yeah, I will say for these two to have so much history, they sure ain't harping on it. They ain't really talk about it at all. Um, and you would think since Ted DiBiase's son just got off, they might want to bring him in. That's what I thought it was two people on the phone. It was either him or Randy was talking to himself. That's what I thought. And this Pat McAfee, King Mel, Pat McAfee coming in, man. Does this help this feud out?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I felt like Pat coming in was a moment, but then at the same time, he did have some solid points into what he was saying. So the things that he was saying wasn't bad at all. It's just we didn't expect it was going to be him. We thought it would be more high profile than him. But then it kind of makes sense to him that it is him now that I think about it at the same time. Pat McAfee was a punter. Randy Orton got a punt kick. So
Well,
That's a good point. Maybe he might
that's
be giving him. I think I get what you're saying as far as a name. I do agree, I do understand what you. I do think that we expected a bigger wrestling name to say. There were some people throwing out there The Rock. There were some people throwing out there Kevin Owens. There was a lot of different names that was being thrown out there. I honestly think this, and anybody that says it was him, you're a liar. I think that Pat McAfee was the last person that anybody thought. Um,
Mhm.
so and even the stuff that he was saying, as much as Pat McAfee's a geek for wrestling, you couldn't tell the last time we saw him that he didn't like the product. Um, but I do like the pairing because I was talking to King Mel right before we started recording, and this Pat McAfee doesn't seem like the same Pat McAfee. Like it's cadence. Like Pat McAfee usually talks like this. Oh my God, bro! Look at the massive size. Look at him. This was more so, hey, you guys suck. This product sucks. WWE is not selling anything, and it's because you guys like this stupid guy, Cody Rhodes. I liked it. I think it was good. I think it was a nice added addition. Um, Someone else that might be adding themselves to a WrestleMania match, a title WrestleMania match. Io Sky came out and saved um, Rhea Ripley from Jade and her thugs. They don't have a name yet, so we don't know what to call them. Besides B-Fab, Meechin, and Jade. So Io came to help Rhea out. I bet y'all can't say that. If you're at home listening or watching, you cannot say that 5 times. Io came to help Rio out. Damn it. Io came to help Rhea out. And I said this to King Mel as well before we started recording. Io gonna turn on Rhea at WrestleMania. This feud needs a moment. They haven't been able to produce a moment yet. This feud needs a moment, and I think that's the moment at WrestleMania, um, when Io turns on her best friend, Rhea Ripley. King Mel, what you think about this feud going on so far?
Um, Now that I think about it, yeah, you're right. Cause honestly, if it was up to Jade, first of all, her group would be called Jade and the, I'm gonna just leave it right there, what she always call herself. But this feud, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't, cause last week it was like, all right, last week you had them introduced, and then now you throwing Meechin in there. The next week you probably gonna throw B-Fab in there. Then y'all gonna have a small little talk
Last
call.
2 weeks ago it was B-Fab. This week was Michin. Michin.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, but they about to have a tag team match next week. It's gonna lead to a tag team match. Io Sky and Rhea versus B-Fab and Meechin. And it's like, y'all realize the talking ain't working. What y'all need to do is stick to social media with. Get everybody hyped up. Y'all was doing a great job on social media, so keep doing that. Sometimes you ain't gotta talk in person. Just be like, I'll talk to you when I want to talk to you. And then throw your tweet out there on social media.
I tell you one thing, I've seen Jade at everywhere except the Performance Center. She's just on Joe Budden. I hope for the level of this match supposed to be on, because this is for the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania. This is supposed to be one of them ones. So, Jay Will, what do you think about this, man?
Mike, you brought up a fantastic point of bringing up this a moment. Like it does need a moment. And all right, so my only thing is because your thought process of she's going to turn on Rita. That's a great moment. I question the follow up after that because it's going to be either Rhea seeking a match against Io later on,
That's
or
exactly what it's going to be.
huh?
That's exactly what it's going to be.
So here's a thought process that I did have though. Like as we're talking about it, another thing that I think now you're probably going to disagree will also make this a good moment, specifically if it happens at Mania. And this is me wishing the best for her in this situation. Is if Bianca comes back to return to even the playing field.
All right, bro. You all right?
All right,
I'm not gonna
man.
I'm not. It's not that I disagree with you, because that would 100% be awesome if she came and able to play the field. That
Yep.
would be awesome, but you got to give up, bro. Like, she's not coming back. Like,
I
That man pushing for Bianca.
I mean,
I
yeah,
want
Bianca's not
the
pushing.
girl back. Listen, the other day on the internet, today, somebody was like, "Who's your favorite wrestler?" And I had to name Bianca as one of my current favorites. That's what I'm saying, bro. But here again, like I said, it will make that also will make a great moment. That's all
It
I'm
would.
saying.
You know,
It will make a great
I
you're
moment.
not wrong about that,
you
but it's just
you
not going to
right.
happen.
I just want to say this is another good episode here at the Four Corners of
Yeah,
Wrestling.
you're not wrong about it. It's just that, like, I mean, you just got the woman hurt, bro.
I mean, yeah. So like I was, if we would have to have Rhea then after Rhea versus Io after that. But then like, who do we now set up against Jade if Jade wins? Because that's when I'm
Tiffy.
just like, where are they going to tie all this? Like, how are they going to tie all this up with
You
her?
got Tiffany, you
Tiffany.
got Chelsea Green.
It'll be Tiffany. It'll be Tiffany. Chelsea's a heel. So is Jade. So they wouldn't do that.
I mean, from their interaction online, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
Jade is at her best when she feels like the most authentic is when she's online. Cause when she's standing in front of that camera, that red dot in front of her,
Mm.
it still look like she's just trying to remember some words out there sometimes.
yeah, but I don't think that they're gonna. I don't think they would change Tiffy to a babyface and then change Chelsea to a babyface just to accommodate Jade. I think they'll take the belt off of Jade before they do that. Tiffany is pretty much a babyface at this point. if Chelsea was the feud, Chelsea would have to be the babyface because she would have to carry the feud. She couldn't be the heel because you can't turn Jade heel now. I mean, Jade, you can't turn Jade babyface. There's nothing that Jade can do now within the next, even till SummerSlam probably, to turn her babyface. She can't. I mean, it is what it is. Um, so I get what you're saying, but to be honest with you, Jay, well, to answer your question, we don't know who Jade is next up will be. Because we know that the two people that she's with, B-Fab and Meechin, are not getting a chance.
Yeah,
They just with her
I,
just to be with her.
I
that's
know
why I
who
like.
the next. I know who the next is. It's gonna be the Performance Center. Jay Cargill coming live to you at the Performance Center.
Or Joe Budden podcast again.
At this point,
Oh
at
my!
this point, I don't see Rhea. We're not winning like that. So I'm just like, look, okay, let's look into what's going to happen next after this.
Up
Could it be
until
Kyrie?
up until till EO just this past week on SmackDown helped Rhea. I thought Rhea was winning because there was no way they just gonna have her keep getting beat up by these three, and then at WrestleMania she loses. She was gonna win. I think now EO's the reason is going to be the reason why she loses. I don't now what is going to be interesting is it going to be on purpose that she does it and she turns heel, or is it one of those things where EO just did it by accident? If she does it by accident, they're going to get booed out the building.
So I got a question.
Sure.
What if Rhea actually still wins the match and then EO decide to turn heel?
Did you just bury Jade? Because where does Jade go next?
Casualty at war right now.
Nah, I
Performance
don't think.
Center.
I think they think too high of Jade for that.
They are too high, Jay, but I'm just saying, like, that's always a possibility. Like, EO, because we got to remember
Or Rhea loses and EO turns heel on her.
that could happen too. Because EO still is undefeated against Rhea
Yeah,
in
I
all
think.
types of matches. So that's going to be the selling point for why they're going to have a disagreement because she's still undefeated against her.
Yeah. Well, moving on from this, a feud that they ain't talking no more. Well, at least they ain't. Not really. The week before, that boy Jey Uso called the shot. This week, CM Punk power bombed Roman Reigns. I'm gonna repeat it again. Power bombed Roman Reigns. I don't remember how many times I've seen CM Punk use a power bomb, but if this don't get your juices flowing for this, they went a couple of weeks, like maybe 2 weeks, where it was like, all right, bro, where y'all going? This should be way better. These last 2 weeks, they have stepped it back up to what we expected from these two. And they still got a few more weeks, 2 more weeks, I believe, until WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Roman has been there, surprisingly. He don't come out to the end, so we don't know if he's there the whole show, but he there. Um, Punk's there, of course. He's the fighting champion. He's always there. Will you guys see this feud going now? Like, are you enjoying it, Jay? Will?
Like you said, the back-to-back weeks of it being good, like it's cool. Because we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Like, did we feel like it died down? And I'm like, yeah, this exchange wasn't it. And now 2 weeks back to back of good gold. Um, Punk doing the power bomb was not something I envisioned in 2026. But hey, man, if I was interested in the match even when it died down. There was no way I wasn't interested in the match even when it got slow that 1 week. But now, like, dog, if they keep it at this pace, it's easy to tell what match is going to be on night two, what match is going to be the headliner on night one. It's easy to tell.
Well, they already told us.
I didn't see it. So this is a night 2?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They told us this from the beginning.
Uh, oh man, I really don't remember when they said that.
Yeah, they said this from the beginning. Now, if it ends up being, if they may switch it based on what Pat McAfee just did, they may switch it, but I don't see how this not there. I don't see how this is not this Sunday. I don't see how because, and I'll just say this before I get to King Mail. What would you rather have as a company at this point? When your ticket sales are going down, ratings are going down. Would you rather have Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes standing at the end of WrestleMania like this, or would you rather have Roman Reigns or CM Punk standing at the end of WrestleMania like this? At this point, I think it's a consensus amongst all of us and pretty much all the wrestling fans. There's one person that we do not want it to be, and that's Cody Rhodes. So I can't see if there's a chance that Cody's winning on at the WrestleMania. I don't think they will risk that on a Sunday. No, I don't.
He
Because
has to win at WrestleMania.
I
To me, he has to win. Like,
well, we already got past that. Let's stay on.
but we're on Roman Reigns and CM Punk. This feud should head towards a Bloodline Rule match. That's how I feel. I feel like it should head towards the Bloodlines rules. Pretty much it's a no DQ. Anybody can run in, run out, all types of stuff. It should just head towards that match because of the Usos' involvement. The way that Roman called for all his family members. We can't forget that part. He called for his family members and said nobody, should be disrespecting us and things to that nature. Now CM Punk got some friends back there.
No. That's what I was going to question you about this. Yes, behind the scenes, we know he does have friends. On screen, we don't know that Bama got no friends because the friends that he do got, he beefing with him right now.
Well, that's true. I mean, no, he wishy-washy with LA Knight, so you kind of right about that
Yeah,
point.
he don't got no friends. Like he might got in real life, he might got Phillip Brooks definitely has friends back on the stage.
Kofi Kingston.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah.
You want to see Kofi Kingston and Danhausen come out there.
Kofi Kingston is not going to be anywhere close to a main event ever again in his life in wrestling history, future, past, or ever. Today was the day that we're recording was like the anniversary of Kofi Mania.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
You see nobody talk about it. So, but yeah, I feel like the Bloodline Rules match should happen. Cause all right, to your point, right, Mike?
Okay.
When the Bloodline Rules match happened, we didn't know what we was gonna get until we got it. So that's what happened. Like we didn't know Cody was gonna have all those people to support him.
Good point. Good point.
I mean, we
That's a
knew
good
a
point.
few people in this corner, but yeah, that he brought out the full
Nah, but
arch.
we didn't know there was going to be Seth. Well, we knew Seth was at that point. We only knew Seth.
Yeah.
We didn't know John Cena was going to come out and help him. We didn't know that Undertaker was going to come out and help him. To be honest with you, everybody was hoping, and I think Mel and Jose was at this WrestleMania. I think the person that everybody was hoping that was Stone Cold. They
Mm-hmm.
everybody was hoping it was Stone Cold the glass break. All right, so let me move on real quick, and we're going to get in depth about this next week. But I just want y'all right now. Well, Jay Will, I want your opinion. Who's going to win this match? Stephanie Valkyrie or Liv Morgan?
Definitely Liv at this point.
You think Liv is gonna win, and why?
Yeah. At this moment, I think that Liv really gets. She has that image of the star that she is. It helps keep the whole Judgment Day moving in a direction. I do think that I don't know. Stephanie Vacure, she's been great. She hasn't been bad, but it's just like I don't see the investment in her the same way I see the same investment in Liv Morgan right now. Like that's just me so far, and
Okay, got you.
yeah, I just see Liv getting it.
I said briefly, but you gave me a whole uh essay.
I mean, you asked me why. I mean, hey,
I mean, I'm just messing with you, bro. I'm just messing with you. King Mel, who you think winning this? Briefly, Stephanie, Liv Morgan.
Liv has to win, but she may lose because of Raquel for the same reason you said for Io.
Ooh. Yeah,
mm,
Raquel could turn babyface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, and then she could be Big Mama Sexy or whatever she is. Cause if I mean Big Daddy Cool Diesel, cause that's what they're making her like. He was
Mm-hmm.
a babyface if you remember.
I
mm-hmm.
know. I remember.
Yeah, so okay, we're gonna talk about that a little bit more next week. Um, Another match we're gonna talk a little bit more about next week is, as of right now, it's supposed to be Trick versus Sammy. But yes or no for both of you guys, would you be opposed to them making it a three-way triple threat match? Mello, Trick, and Sammy. Jay Will.
I,
No, not against it.
What about you, King Mel?
I prefer it that way.
Okay, okay. And then we're also going to get into next week in depth because there's really not that many stories involved in this one, but it is stories. The IC title. It's a four-way. Penta, um, Kofi. It's Kofi. It's Kofi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Penta, Kofi, Javon, and I forgot the fourth person.
I heard they may still be adding some more
I
people.
thought
I thought it was four people currently.
Rusev is in it. Rusev is in
Roots and
it.
Roots. That's the fourth. Okay, got you. If they do add more people, I called it on the WrestleManiacs that they're going to have a multi-man IC and all the mid-card belts. I called it. I knew that's what was going to happen. They want to get as many faces on WrestleMania as possible. Also, next week we'll talk about Dom and Finn. I don't want you guys to think that the show's over because it's not over. This is what I think. This is my personal opinion. The hottest feud going into WrestleMania. Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he got. Listen, it's WrestleMania 42, right?
mm-hmm.
By 44, he ain't doing that strut no more. Maybe by 43, he just gonna walk to the ring. It's getting over because Joe Budden was talking about it. But if you want to talk about now, see, I don't want to jinx myself, not myself, us. I don't want to jinx the rest of the world. If you want to talk about a feud that's been built up perfectly, this is it. Every week it has gotten better and better and better. However, the reason why I said I don't want to jinx myself, I think Brock is going to be at Mania. I mean at Raw tomorrow. And with Brock, they always can kind of mess it up. Remember that time when him and Roman both was tugging at the belt, like what is this? So Triple H had to come out there. He got the thing with his heart, man. I was worried about him. I was like, hold up, brother. He kirking. Um, hands through Adam Pearce. Getting no. I wonder if he's going to get suspended or fined. But Adam Pearce got to do something, bro. You can't just let people just put hands on you. Um, Adam Pearce and Nick all this is one of them about to wrestle. Mark my word.
I
One
got
of them
Nick.
about to
My money's on Nick going first.
Did you? It probably might be Nick because he be getting disrespected too, and he actually was a world champion.
Mm-hmm.
They
Did
both
you
was
hear?
world champions.
Huh?
They both was world champions.
Okay. Yeah, and yeah, maybe. I can't.
They held the same belt.
Yeah, they did, but I
What
mean,
you saying? Just one was more the world champion, more popular than the other one.
right. You're 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 right. And I'm not saying that because I forgot about Adam Pearce being champion, but I'm saying it because you're right. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, but Nick be getting disrespected. Did you hear what Pat McAfee said to him? He called him foreign Adam Pearce. You didn't hear that when Pat McAfee said it to him? He's like, "Shut up, foreign Adam Pearce." Um, what do you got these guys? What do you got these guys? I'm distracted right now because something's happening I'm going to talk about in a second. But what do you got these guys, King Mel, this feud?
Easy. This was a feud that was needed. Honestly, this was a feud that was Obafemi. To me, right now, he's on track to being what Brock Lesnar used to be. So what I mean by that is he was on. Remember when Brock Lesnar came in, he started dominating everything. After that night, after WrestleMania 18, he just started dominating everything. And then by SummerSlam, ended the night as the WWE champion.
Yep.
Can that happen to Obafemi?
Great
It
rookie year.
sure can.
Yeah.
But the first step right now is the ruler has to defeat the conqueror. That's what has to happen right now. He has to defeat the conqueror.
Yeah.
And then now I believe that ruler platform right there, that will skyrocket to the moon and back. Because at that point, it don't matter who the champion is, the ruler coming for you.
Point. Um, Jay Will.
Ever since that face down at the Royal Rumble, bruh, you couldn't have told me I wasn't expecting to see this happen. I'm excited about this one. I'm just again the way it happened this at Raw recently. I was a little upset. I wanted to see them two actually get into it, but yeah, they're selling this up for a big fight. They like low key. I'm looking forward to this more than the Randy Orton feud for real.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I know King Mel. Look, if you watch it on YouTube, he's looking down at his phone. If he just saw what I just saw, um, he's gonna. This show might not end tonight. Um, King Mel, we started the show with you. TNA Roundup, brother.
TNA Roundup. The best thing that I seen in TNA might have been the opening segment with Mike Santana calling out Eddie Edwards that led into a tag match. That was the best part for me of that whole night because you had Leon Slater in the match. You had Mike's least favorite guy, Moose, in the match.
Oh my gosh. This, thank y'all for a great show. Say, go ahead.
You had Mustafa Ali out there, and then Eddie Edwards. And on top of that, once again, Eddie Edwards for a second week in a row ends up pinning the Mike Santana. So they are building up to Rebellion, which is coming up soon. They're building up to Rebellion. They're also, we know is going to happen next week, is the Hardy Boys defending their titles against the Righteous because the Righteous turned on them just like the Nemeth brothers told them, you better watch them, boys. You better watch them. Ariana Grace she's doing okay at her father's show. She defended her title successfully, so she's doing okay. Tessa won her match. Boo. But that's pretty much that. A lot of stuff that happened at TNA.
I also saw that Eric Young tried a young boy, our boy, bang, bang, Sosa, Sosa, bang, bang, Sosa, Sosa.
Man, I got that song on my phone.
I ain't
I ain't
gonna
even,
hold you. He's gonna. I don't want to jump the gun, but if he puts in the work, just off his song alone, he's gonna be the next Joe Hendry.
okay.
Mark my word. He's gonna do that. He's gonna get his TNA run, where he's a big thing in TNA.
Mm-hmm.
WWE is gonna like him. They're gonna interact with him in TNA, and because they still got that kind of interaction. TNA, NXT. He's gonna go to NXT. Mark my word. But I promise you guys something this week that we're gonna be doing this week, and we didn't do it last week because King Mel wasn't here. So we're gonna do it this week, and this is a part of the show where we give our wrestler of the week. Now we give you a brief rundown of why the person is a wrestler of why we picked the person as a wrestler of the week, and we just giving love to the wrestlers, showing love to them. I'm going to start with my wrestler of the week. My wrestler of the week. I don't think anybody out there, if you had to bet who I was going to pick, I don't know if y'all saw what he did on SmackDown. I promise you, if you did not see it, you're gonna go and laugh. He tried to be the Miz's tag team partner in the middle of the match. The Miz got mad and he tried to do the skull crushing finale. The lights go off. The lights come back on. We see Danhausen running to the back. I thought that, and I've said this multiple times, they're not going to have Danhausen near any main event people. And lo and behold, in the same segment that I just told y'all about, Cody Rhodes came out about 60 seconds later and did the crossroads to Kip Wilson. Danhausen is my favorite wrestler right now. He don't got to wrestle ever. He got the Cannonhausen. He's 7-0, I believe now in curses. He done cursed ISO Speed, which got beat up by LA Knight. He's the best thing in wrestling right now. He's the reason why WrestleMania tickets are selling. Did you know that at WrestleMania World, he's already sold his out?
Hey,
Danhausen is the best thing that has happened to wrestling in the last 5 years. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know people are going to think I'm exaggerating. This is great. King Mel, who is your wrestler of the week this week?
I'm gonna go with Kenny Omega for the first time in
I
a
knew
long.
you. I knew you was going to do something. I knew it.
Nah, like, we gonna be if for the first time in a long time, he's starting to look like the Kenny of old. That's why I'm going with him. He's getting closer to that prime Kenny. Not Kenny two belts yet, but he's getting closer and closer.
Got you. Jay Will.
this week I want to give my wrestler of the week to Penta. His run right now is stupendous. He's Mania against four other people in was a ladder match, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, dog. I gotta give him this man. That man, you talking about aura and star power.
Okay. Quavo would appreciate you. You know, you've always had a thing for the Hispanic wrestlers. Ever since we used to do the old school show, and you said that Ultimo Dragon and Juventud Guerrero was the best match on the same card. No, I'm gonna leave it alone. Listen, this has been another episode of In the Four Corners of Wrestling, man. Jay, will tell them where they can find you at, brother.
Y'all can find me on Facebook at J Will with one WIL with one L. You can find me on Instagram at Pharaoh Will with one L_.
King Mel.
Hey, quads up, quads down. King Mel on King Mel on TikTok. You also got King Mel 13 on IG and Jemell Scroggins on Facebook.
Hey, you can find me, Coach Drip _ Mike T on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Michael Turner on Facebook. In the Four Corners of Wrestling Group, one of the best wrestling groups out there for the fans, just like the show, for the fans. Lots of good content in there, lots of good opinions. Just a great group. I ain't gonna lie to you. Also, well, make sure you join it or you are. I do the face like him in there. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be Danhausen for Halloween. Also, each and every Monday at midnight, King Mel's top 5 wrestling moments of the week. It's every week it gets better and better. He's been doing this for a while now, and it's just dope. Also, you can catch us on our YouTube page. We got a bunch of shorts and a bunch of content. We are talking behind. I'm going to talk to the guys. Somebody hit me up this week, and I didn't tell either one of them. I purposely didn't. But somebody that was a fan from us from day one. Jay Wood don't know this person, neither is Mel. But I was shocked that they remembered. They said, "Hey man, why y'all don't do the old school show no more?" So that's something we may think about doing and bringing back to bring back the old school show where we watched old school old school pay-per-views. The only thing is I'm scared about is King Mel is going to trash everything. I'm
That's
letting
not
you know right.
necessarily true.
Listen, the ones that we watched, I can only imagine what you would have had to say. Like, hey, Jay Will, if he want to watch Beach Blast, listen, Beach Blast was so bad that Jay Will and Jose agreed the whole show. And you know them happy-go-lucky baby faces. This is when Jay Will was still trying to be a baby face on the show. And they each week we would be like, huh? So we'll think about it. We'll talk about it. Also, D Man K Sports Podcast, myself, King Mel, Jay Jones will be returning soon. We haven't got a date. We all so super busy. So just be looking out for that as well. Anything else you guys want to say?
Good, man.
Y'all ain't got nothing else to say? Hey, listen, I don't got much to say either. Oh, hey, WrestleManiacs. We're not tripping about y'all not even returning the favor, right? Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna be on one of y'all WrestleMania shows. We ain't got no problem with that. I pay attention though. What you need to understand is one thing about me. I'm a numbers guy. I looked at y'all shows when we not on there. Acknowledge us. Hey, foes up, quads down. You already know we the end all be all. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're new to this, stay true to this. Thank you for viewing this. And you already know what time it is. Foes up, quads down. Count.